Welcome to Forgotten Coast Fishing. My name's David, and we're fishing off the coast of Mexico Beach today in the Panhandle of Florida. I'm sitting in about 80 feet of water. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna set out this slow pitch jig. This is by Shimano, and it's an 80-gram jig. I'm gonna target red grouper at first, or at least that's what I hope I catch. Red snapper is out of season as well as gag grouper, but we can put a red grouper in the box if he's over 20 inches. And we caught a nice one the other day on a slow pitch jig. So we're gonna try that first and see if we get lucky with the red grouper. All right, here he goes again. All right. Oh wow, this one feels a little bit bigger than that last one. I'm able to kind of winch him in though. Let's see what it is. Small red snapper. Yep, or is it a beeliner? Small red snapper. Okay, not bad at all. Decent first fish of the day. He wouldn't be a keeper, but like I said, he's not in season anyway. Let's try this a couple more times, see if we can get something a little bigger. Well, he got both hooks in him. There he goes. Oh man, he grabbed it and I pulled it out of his mouth. I was just starting to kind of do my pitches, kind of pulling it up like this, and he hit it like right when I was doing that. There he is. Okay. Yeah, this one's much better than that last one. Definitely. I've noticed too that if I kind of let that jig sit at the bottom, you know, after it sinks, just let it sit for a second before I work it again. That seems to be a good way to do it. And we've got something brown here. It's a little red grouper, I think. All right, it's the species we wanted. I don't think he's going to be quite 20. I can guarantee it, but let's just double check. We do need to vent this guy. You can see his stomach kind of coming out right there. All right, so he's maybe 18, a little over. So let's go ahead and get this dude back. I'm gonna put him on this descending device. So I've got this little clip here that I have ready to go on this rod. So all I got to do is kind of clip it to this descending device and we can get him on down quickly. There you go, grouper. Yep, there he goes. He's released. You can see those jaws. Let him go. That's really the best way to release these guys. Here he goes. All right. So he's going to be a small one like that first red snapper, but he hit it. He was kind of nibbling at it, almost like it was a piece of squid, a cigar minnow. And then I just pulled him up. Oh, what is this? A little tiny lane snapper. Now they changed the regulations on these things. I can't remember which way it went. A little higher, a little lower on the size limit. I can't remember what the changes were. But he's going to be too small to keep anyway. You know, I love these guys. They are so beautiful with all those yellow markings and orange and red. On my last video, I made a comment about having a lot of trouble with this trolling motor here. It would kind of turn off a lot on me when the spot lock was on. So yesterday I took some time and redid some of my electrical hookups. It seems to be working now. We'll see how the rest of the day goes, but it sure is nice when you've got a working trolling motor. Oh, here we go. All right, I was just checking the depth finder because we weren't getting any bites. And we get a smaller one again. what have we got here? Red snapper, beeliner, red snapper. This would be nice if these were beeliners, because that would be a nice beeliner for sure. All right, let's get you off. He looks good as far as his barotrauma. There he goes. All right, our jig fishing has kind of died down a little bit, so I'm going to throw out this little light chicken rig, 40-pound mono with 2/0 circle hooks and a 4-ounce sinker at the end. I'm seeing some marks. They're just not hitting that jig anymore, so let's see if we can entice them with this squid. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, a decent one. Not a big monster, but something decent to what we've been catching so far today. And this is on kind of a hefty outfit. This is my Penn Spin Fisher 7500 and a medium. Oh man, it's because we got two. Look at this, Stephen. We get two red snapper. Not one big one, but two kind of smaller ones. That's why I felt so big. All right, well, let's get these guys off. Man, they hit like at the same time. One, there you go, buddy. And two. All right, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and take a break and have some lunch. As you can kind of see, our seas have really kind of calmed down. Our wind is laid down and there's no current. So our fishing has just kind of died with all that. So it's about low tide anyway. So this will be a good chance to have our lunch. And hopefully once that tide starts moving, we'll grab some more fish. All right, we got him. Do we? Yeah, he's still here. So we're at our new reef. And I wasn't showing any marks on the depth finder. So I was surprised we got anything. Feel like we got a triggerfish. Yeah, look at him spinning down there. Well, these guys are out of season right now, but he wouldn't be 15 inches to keep anyway. But at least we got a fish right off the bat. That last reef, it had just really died. There you go. Well, we're on about our 8th or 9th reef today, and we have been to 80 feet of water, 60 feet of water, 100 feet of water, 90 feet of water, left, right, up, down, all over the place. So we're kind of making our way back in. It's getting towards the end of the day, so I've stopped at some of these pretty shallow reefs. I think we're sitting at about 60 feet again, so we'll try this. I don't know why in the world it's been such tough fishing today. We are in between a new and a full moon, and sometimes that can cause some problems, but I don't know, it's definitely testing me today. We caught a couple nice fish this morning, and then it just kind of died all over the place. A fish, Stephen, a fish. And we get, I think this is a little sand perch. Well, we finally caught a fish, Stephen. We finally caught a fish. Now, I could take him off the hook and put him on our big rig, but it's getting kind of late. I just want to drop this a few more times. Dude is cold too, but he's a very pretty fish. And I've heard they're pretty good eating if they get a little bigger. I've just never gotten any big enough to want to kind of clean and eat and that kind of thing. Oh, another one, Stephen, another one. All right. Well, we may only catch these little small sand perch or little small triggers or something, but geez, man, look, we caught the same one again. Check them out, Stephen. Well, I think I am gonna go ahead and put this dude on a big rig here. Let me get him in the water here while I get something rigged up for him. And maybe there's a grouper down here or something. They'll come into this shallow water like this in the winter. But let me get that rigged up and see if we can salvage the day with a big keeper red grouper or just a nice big fish of some sort. All right, so here's what I tied up. This is a circle hook jig. I think it's about 2 ounces is what it feels like. But the Blue Wing company sent me this. I just hadn't had a chance to use it. So I'm gonna put this dude on that. I think I'll hook him in the mouth and up through the top of the head like that. Let's see what happens here. All right. Oh yeah, here's a much bigger one, Stephen. Definitely. So I just put my perch in the rod holder there. It's just kind of hovering on the bottom. I thought I'd send this chicken rig back out again, and look, what do we get? What do we get? Is it a, oh, it's a big trigger. Oh man, he's a keeper. I looked the other day and they weren't in season. Let me double check again. I thought it was the month of January and we're in February, but it may be the month of February, but he's definitely over 15. Let's check our fish rules app real quick. Yeah, I was right. He's out of season for the month of January and February. So he's got to go back, which is a bummer because he would have gone in the box. Let's just see what he measures out to be. Sounds like something's over there. So he's a little over 15, but he would have been a nice keeper. There you go, Trigger. Let's see what's happening over here. It could just be that perch. Oh man, he's getting eaten up. Look at this. His eyes are poked out. His back is cut, but I'll leave him out there. Maybe something bigger will come by and grab him, but he's just getting pecked by smaller fish down there. All right, we got another one, Stephen. Not as big as that last trigger. Hopefully he's a little bigger than that. Oh, it's another perch. We'll just go ahead and send this dude down since we've already got that out there. And if there was some grouper down there, he would have already grabbed that perch out there by now already, I bet. All right, got him again. Oh yeah, it's another bigger one. It could be 2 of something, but I don't think he's our sand perch. Oh, it is 2. Well, I found the sand perch hole, if nothing else. All right, so I just threw the jig out just to kind of see what we would catch, see if we could get something a little bigger. But it feels like we got one of those sand perch again. Did we? On the jig, Stephen. Check him out on the jig. Wow. Well, there's just an incredible number of these guys down here. All right, here we go again, Stephen. All right. No way this is 2 sand perch again. I mean, it certainly could be, yes. Or no, just a big one, or bigger one than we've been getting. Well, let's get Stephen one of these things before we go. You ready to catch one?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get them all baited up.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, you think it's going to be an amberjack?
No.
No, it's not going to be an amberjack. That would be something right here at the end of the day, wouldn't it? All right, we got him, Steven. We got him. This dude sort of just snatched it. You hanging on? All right, let's see if we can get him up this time without him getting off. You want it to be an amberjack? No, I think it's gonna be, oh, you got 2 sand perch, Steven. Look at that. Leave it to you to get 2 of them. Check them out. Look at these guys. Aren't they pretty cool looking?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get them back. All right, got him again, Steven. Got him again. Hang on real tight. You got both hands on it. Oh, man. Here, I'm going to reel this way. There we go. You're hanging on pretty good, right? You got that part. I've got this part. Takes 2 of us to bring these sand perch in. You think you have 1 or 2? 1?
Yeah.
He's feeling a little heavy. No, you're right. You got 1. Let go. Check them out. Steven caught 3 sand perch in 2 drops. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this dude off, and then we got to get on out of here. Well, we got to get on out of here because that sun is almost to the water, Steven. But it was a tough day fishing. We had to really work for those fish, but we just kind of kept at it, kind of did different depths, and finally came on in and kind of had a lot of fun with some little small sand perch at the end of the day. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a what, Steven? A thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.